I saw Miko for the first time in the park beside Runnymede Station, and, for the last time, standing outside of my bedroom window. We met 2 summers after my dad died. He smelled like teenage boy and had the bluest eyes I'd ever seen. On one July night, we lay in the grass of that same park and he told me he loved me. I'd known him for a week. Miko made me feel differently than anyone else, and I liked his blue eyes. For the rest of the summer, I heard from him 7 times a day, even on the ones we wasted lying down in parks. We had spent a total of 30 hours together, but he really loved me. I know he did. By August, I had grown tired. Miko smelt like everyone and his eyes had dimmed. What was the fun in loving someone who was already there? Who would show up at your house unexpectedly? Who would be happy to sit by your window and listen to you breathe? It was hot. I was bored. Miko was there, and suddenly, I was not. By the time summer ended, I heard from him 14 times a day. There were afternoons on which I would come home from school and find him waiting for me, sitting outside my house as if it was the most natural thing in the world. He said that we were meant to be together, and I almost believed him. Someone who loves another person enough to stand outside their house every night, waiting for recognition, deserves to be with them. Well, that's at least what I told my friends. I felt nothing when Miko waited for me. But when he stopped, I was a 14-year-old widow mourning the loss of attention. My grief was not personal. Miko could have been anybody. Anyone willing to love me. What I really missed was exercising the skill of reconstruction, of taking tales of Miko and shaping him into someone possessed by affection, driven to call me 10 times a day and wait outside my house when I didn't pick up. As this stopped, my stories of obsessive love came to a halt. There was no longer any material to work off of, to echo, to laugh at with my friends. I could stretch Miko, embellish his feelings, and echo his actions. And I was so good at it. I had always been in love with the idea of storytelling, even before I really began doing it. As a kid, I would watch the same movies over and over again, allowing myself to be taken away into small worlds based on truths, but really formed by lies. People pretending to be other people, living other lives, and facing other problems. The process of thinking and writing and producing mirror images of the truth came to me easily. I had been doing it my whole life. But now, it could be justified. And now it had a name. Filmmaking. On the day of his reception, I put on a new dress and stood in the same room as my dad's body for 3 hours. I remember looking at him and thinking of how cold he must be, and how strange it was that every person he knew was gathered in one room while he lay in a box. I thought that at the end of it all, once the guests were gone and it was just us left, he would get out of the box and take me home, as if the past 3 hours had all been for show. My dad was a hard man, and I loved him, but every moment of our time together was not worth telling, or swollen with meaning as if his death was premeditated by the knowledge that I would need it as material. It took me a long time to talk about my dad, and once I did, he became more than my dad. He reached Miko level. The two of them left on a shelf at the edge of my mind to collect dust bunnies made up of romanticized memories, and make me feel okay with the fact that they had happened. At least I had something to echo when the time came to tell a story. I learned to mourn with reconstructions, and I learned to speak through lies.